This is a disease that affects everybody. It can happen to anyone.
It's the perfect marriage, if you will, because I've seen what addiction can do firsthand.
And unfortunately, I don't think anybody did it intentionally. I just think that no one saw what Oxycontin was going to do to people. You know, it's ripped a generation apart.
These are the faces of the addiction crisis: recovering addicts, teachers, advocates. This particular panel of speakers came together for a forum at Central Square Congregational Church. During the event, panelists shared their stories of recovery.
Everything that I was taught growing up was thrown out the window because this one pill called the shots for me.
I loved it. I loved how it felt, and I chased it to the point where I lost just about everything else that mattered to me.
All spoke out on the importance of education.
We just want to provide as much education as possible to as many people that are willing to listen.
And advocated for change.
At Helpful Advocates, we want to hear from you or anyone you know if they think that these laws are being violated or they're being denied medically necessary substance use treatment, because they do have an avenue for fighting that and trying to get that coverage, and we may be able to help them with that.
As community members, I think a lot of people don't realize how much of an impact that they can have on somebody in early recovery who's coming out of treatment and needs a place to belong, and they need a job, and they need housing, and they need people to say to them, hey, we're so glad you made it. We're so glad you're here. And we're glad that you weren't one of the ones that didn't make it, and let us help you.
Our main goal in the end is to get treatment on demand.
Other goals the panelists agreed upon: to rid the world of the stigma surrounding addiction, to create better education and awareness programs around opiates, and to fight against overprescribing and the pharmaceutical companies.
There's over 24 million people in long-term recovery in this country, but most of us don't know who they are because of that shame and because of that stigma that still exists. Many of them won't reveal that that's been part of their experience in their lives. And I think that it is changing, and there are some folks who recover out loud, as we say. And I think that that's important to realize just how many people do recover, and with the right types of help, we can get there.
A grieving father who lost his son only 2 weeks before thanked the speakers for their efforts.
If these programs that we're talking about were in place 15 years ago, I don't think he would be dead. And I don't want to see anybody else's child die of this ridiculous disease, which is killing a generation of people. And let me say, they're good people. And the stigma's got to go. I'm sorry for being emotional, but I see people in this room who I am very proud to be associated with, who have been doing this for a long time. And I'm very grateful that you haven't given up.
For more information or to ask questions, email csccforum@gmail.com.